Revenge films.
I'm a senior university student. I've saved up enough money for a trip I've been planning for some time. It was my first time going abroad, so I applied for a passport. When I told my mom about that, my father called me out for a meeting in the living room. I somehow knew why the air was so heavy when I arrived. I thought my dad will tell me that traveling abroad is dangerous, but the words that came out of his mouth were unexpected.
I heard that you're traveling abroad a bit.
Huh? Yes.
You need a passport, right?
Yes. But is there anything wrong? I was vexed by the uncomfortable silence.
You'll be getting a family register when you do that, but...
Right. Mom was sitting beside my dad with her eyes cast down.
I thought of telling you this after you graduate from university, but... You and your sister are not your mother's children.
What? My mind went blank, but I can see why. I have a younger sister and a younger brother, but I look like my dad and my younger brother looks like my mom. But my younger sister didn't look like my mom or dad. When we were younger, my sister and I looked alike. Our younger brother also looked like us until he was 3. Dad meekly told me that my sister and I are children of his ex-wife.
I won't stop you if you want to see her, but I'll tell you what happened. So I'll let you decide after telling you the story.
Understood. My dad married my birth mother and I was born. Then my sister was born. At first, we were a happy family. But when I was 3, she started to lose her mind. She confined my father, saying that he cheated and called his workplace when at work. On weekdays, she leaves my sister and me in my father's care and went out to have affairs. Even with that alone, I can't forgive her. But she became violent towards Dad after. No matter how much she did that, my father never became violent towards her. Then her violence escalated and threw things at him until his eye was hit. He thought that it was dangerous to live in such a circumstance, so he brought us with him and escaped. He was a mess for several years, but they finally got divorced with the help of a friend. However, my mother stalked and harassed him. She yelled at him to bring me back to her. There was even a time when she kidnapped me. For some reason, she was only interested in me and not my sister. That's why we moved to different places and Dad asked for help from the police. However, she's our birth mother, so she wasn't arrested even when she kidnapped me. At that time, my dad and stepmother met. Stepmom took care of us, cooked delicious meals, and loved us like her own. My dad was worried that if our birth mother finds out, she might attack her stepmom. So he declined her confession. But while she was playing with us, we called her, Mom! So she thought that she needs to marry my dad. She told my dad that no matter what happens, she wants to be with my dad and us. So they started dating. Mom is a very strong woman. Then one day, when Dad was at work, she took my sister and me to the park. Then my birth mother found us with a cutter in hand. Our birth mother ran towards our stepmom. When she realized that it was our birth mother, she was already near us. Thinking that it was dangerous, our stepmother drew us towards her and protected us. Our birth mother screamed,
"Let go of my son. Give him to me. Die! Die!"
she said, and stabbed my stepmom's back. The neighbors heard the commotion and came to the rescue, but noticing that, our birth mother kicked our stepmom and took my sister hostage. She brought the cutter close to my sister's face, and I saw the color drain from my stepmom's face. Stepmom lost her sense of self and headed straight to my birth mom. She took the cutter and drove it away from my sister. The neighbors held my birth mom back and then called the cops and ambulance. As a result, I had no scratches and my sister wasn't hit. Stepmom's back was stabbed many times, so there was blood all over her clothes. That's why there are still scars on her back to this day. Hearing the story, I cried. I remembered that when I was young and in the bath with my stepmom, I told her without thinking, "Mom, your back is dirty!" To which she kindly replied,
Really? Will you clean it for me then?
Even though I was still young and didn't understand what I was saying, I feel really bad now. It was like a medal for protecting us. It's not dirty or something to be ashamed of. I apologize for what I said. Mom, I'm sorry. I said a horrible thing. I'm so sorry.
What are you saying? Didn't that happen when you were young? Don't cry like a child.
You're crying too.
Because you're crying.
Seeing us, my dad teared up as well. With the incident at the park, my birth mother was arrested. But seeing my stepmom with wounds all over her body, my dad asked to break up with her. It's not that he didn't love her anymore. He felt sorry for what happened to her because of him.
I'm sorry you had to go through this because of me. I'm so disappointed and ashamed of myself.
I will never break up with you. I love you and the kids, so I will never leave you.
Being told that, Dad couldn't break up with her. Since they care about each other, they decided to get married, and my younger brother was born. Dad showed me the newspaper with the article about my birth mother attacking my stepmom, as well as an article about me being kidnapped. Of course, her picture and name were there too. I felt like that was the first time I saw my birth mother's face. Sadly, my sister looks like her.
If you want to see her, I will respect your decision. But you might be in danger, so I oppose.
He said, and my stepmom looked sad. I can tell that she didn't want me to meet with my birth mother. But after hearing the whole story, I never thought of wanting to see her, not even once. That's because my mother is in front of me. Besides, I don't have any memories of my birth mother. My earliest memory is of my stepmother. It's probably the reason why I don't have any memories before turning 5. But I understand. No, I have no plans to see her ever. I learned that blood ties aren't everything. You've shown that to us through your actions.
Really? I'm glad to hear that.
Dad looked relieved to hear me say that.
Sorry to tell you this sad truth when we were only talking about you getting a passport.
No, I'm glad you told me this now. But honestly, I don't think you should tell my sister yet. She's preparing for exams, so I don't want her worried about her birth mother.
Right. The timing is not right to tell her yet. I hope you understand that I was going to tell you sooner or later about the truth.
I understand. Finding the right timing is difficult. I learned the truth by chance, but my sister doesn't know yet. She looks exactly like our birth mother, so she'll probably be shocked when she sees her picture. It'll be a hard pill to swallow for my sister, who likes her stepmom a lot. Dad told me that it was up to me to decide whether I would meet with my birth mother or not. But I don't want my precious sister to meet such a wicked woman. I will never forgive her for what she's done, and if possible, I don't want to meet her. But my sister will eventually know the truth someday. It won't be soon, but when the time comes. I will protect my family just like how our stepmother did for us.
How was today's video? If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Stay tuned for more.